What if I told you a world leader talks seriously about taking over one of the biggest islands on the earth? Not in the history books, but right now, this is a history of Donald Trump, Greenland, and why so many leaders across the world reacted instantly and strongly. This is not just about a land, it's about power, resources, and the future of Arctic. The idea sounded unbelievable at first. Trump suggested that United States should control Greenland, and recently the discussions around it resurfaced again. Talks about buying it, gaining more influence, and saying that all options are on the table. For many people, it sounded strange, but governments treated it very seriously because Greenland is not just ice, it's strategic. Look at a world map. Greenland sits high in the Arctic, between the North America and Europe. Whoever controls the Arctic controls the future shipping routes, surveillance systems, and access to the rare minerals that powers the phones, laptops, batteries, and new technologies. As ice melts, new paths open, new resources become reachable. Suddenly, Greenland becomes one of the most important locations on the earth, and that changes everything. From the US perspective, Greenland offers powerful strategic advantages. There are already American military installations there. It helps with radar coverage and early warning system. It also limits how close rivals like Russia and China can operate in Arctic. So, when Trump talks about Greenland, he frames it as security competition and strategy. But strategy has limits and sovereignty is one of them. Greenland is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, but it governs itself. Denmark answered clearly, Greenland is not for sale. Leaders warned that forcing control or even hinting at pressure could damage the trust, destabilize alliances, and send the world back to a time when powerful nations simply took what they wanted. For Denmark, this is not business, it's identity and rights. Then Greenland's own leaders spoke out. They called the idea outdated and disrespectful. They reminded everyone that Greenland is home with culture, language, families, traditions, and its own future to decide. The message was simple: talk with us, respect us, and understand that we are not property. Very soon, reactions spread across Europe. Major countries from France and Germany to Nordic partners stress one thing: sovereignty matters. If one nation can simply decide to take a territory, what stops the next? The Arctic is already fragile, environmentally and politically, and another power struggle could make it worse. A surprising headline suddenly became a serious global discussion. So what does all this reveal? Greenland represents the future: Arctic routes, climate strategy, critical minerals, and security. Trump's comment shows how powerful nations think about Arctic. But the response from Denmark, Greenland, and Europe shows something equally important. Respect for the self-rule still stands. Greenland belongs to the people, not to any foreign government, not to any leader, and not to anyone who thinks land can simply be purchased. Stories like this help us to pause for a moment and look at the world with a little more awareness. How power works, how politics shapes lives, and how every place has its own voice.